How can I hold on to my money? I have a very comfortable life at the moment, but I am terrified of losing my money. I don't think I can tell you how to hold on to your money, because I have lost money so many times. I don't think I am an expert on telling you how to keep it. I will, however, try and convince you of something else. Like the statement in front of you says, but life has a lot more in store for me. I started my first business with a cousin when I was 18. It was going very well. Then there was a disagreement 4 years later, and I left everything and moved to Europe. Had I stayed, I would have been very successful. This happened 30 years ago. But I would have lived in the same city for the past 30 years. And I would have missed out on lifetimes and lifetimes of experiences that I had since I left. Then later, in London, again I made money. And a few years later, again, I lost it. Had I not, I would have still been in London and missed out on so many other countries and cities. Then, in California, again I made a lot of money and lost it all in one day. Had I not, I would have still been there. This was 13 years ago. I would have still been in San Francisco, living a very comfortable life, very happy. But again, I would have missed out on so many experiences that life had in store for me. You see, if we do not lose our money, or if we are not without money, we do not leave our comfort zone. So I don't think I keep losing my money because I'm stupid. I think I keep losing it because when the next level comes for me, I don't make the move. Because I think, I'm really comfortable here, I really like it here. Where would I go? It doesn't make sense. So life brings me to situations where I lose my money, so it can force me to go to the next experience. And this is what I'm trying to convince you of. So you can let go of your fear of losing your money. Sometimes I reflect back on my life, and the best things that I always find that have happened to me were the times that I lost my money, because of what opened up after that. Now you might say, yes, but I have children, I have a family. You know what, dude? You are here for you, and you alone. Before your children chose you to play the role of father, they saw your life book. They saw what you might go through, and they chose you regardless. So if you were meant to lose your money and your children are not as comfortable after that, know that at a soul level they chose this. Don't feel guilty and don't feel bad about it. Let's see what else I could say. Nothing. I'm going to go back to me. I am extremely rich in experience. And I would not have gotten these experiences had I not lost my money. This is what I'm trying to convince you of the fact that if you do lose your money, it will be worth it. At that moment, you panic, but there will come a time a few years later where you will look back and you will say, yes, it was worth it. I remember that time in San Francisco when I did have money. I wanted to rent this apartment from this guy, and I asked him, why are you leaving it? It was a most beautiful apartment. And he looks at me square in the eye and says, there is nothing in life like losing $1 million in one day. I cannot afford it anymore. But other things are opening up and I'm okay with this. Back then I had not lost my money yet. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, I hope this does not happen to me. But it did happen to me a year later. But that guy was already comfortable with it from the first month that it had happened. He had already seen other opportunities coming up for his life. So again, this is what I'm trying to convince you of. I'm trying to get you to understand that it is worth it. Losing our money is worth it. The biggest reason we are terrified of losing our money is because we lose our status in society. Or, of course, our security. And we all like status and security. But, again, life has a lot more in store for us. Life is meant to be a roller coaster. It's not meant to be flat. I will leave it at this.